Hey the berries, welcome to another episode of Unranked Diamond playing support. Haha, as always. In the last episode we played some Nami Support, which was pretty fun, but one champion that we haven't touched on, I haven't played actually personally since the Spell Thief's nerfs, is Nami. Now Nami is not doing great this patch. If a quick little search here will tell me Nami's win rate in Plat Plus, and the Plat Plus win rate for Nami is, drumroll please, it is 48.8%. U.GG gives her a D ranking. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the D, right? But yeah, 31st best enchanter right now, considering when I used to put her at tier 1 in my tier list. So she's looking a little bit yikes right now, but I need to fully actually test it. I've been kind of too sad to even attempt playing Nami, but this is going to be my first Nami game since the nerfs. I feel how brutal the mana regeneration nerfs are on the Spell Thieves, so I'm about to have a sad moment. I might cry on stream. This video recording might just have me bawling my eyes out. We'll see. One of my favourite champions being gutted for no reason whatsoever. But we'll see what we can do. I think we're going to have a little bit of a tough laning phase as well. They've got double poke, but so do we, but they've got better double poke. Caitlyn higher range, higher poke range, Karma Mantra Q, higher poke range. More damage, honestly. So laning phase is going to be pretty difficult. Transitioning into mid game is going to be hard, I think. So this isn't going to be an easy lane. What did I come into? What's wrong, Bizzle? Oh, Nami's win rate is really bad. So, yeah. That's why I might cry. Just stack fairy charms. I mean, that is basically the plan. That's basically the plan with playing any enchanters now. You kind of have to buy a fairy charm. Even if you can buy an amplifying tome, you have to buy fairy charm first. Like, there's no ifs or buts around it. I just said buts. Yeah, we'll have to take fairy charm first. Cleanse on the Caitlyn, which probably gives us a slight reprieve here because I got a terrible start. All that so we could get a volley off. Not fantastic. I'm not a huge fan of Ashe AD carry either. I actually think her power is similar in the support role. And I think if you could play if a champion is as strong in the support role, you might as well play a support rather than AD and then play something stronger in the AD carry role. Yeah, so as expected, we're kind of getting a little bit wrecked early. As mentioned, their poke is better than ours. Ugh. Healing myself there for a minuscule amount. I think Ashe laning phase might be getting some sort of buff next patch. I know Ashe is being adjusted again. I think they might be looking to take her out of... out of the support role soon. I think they're finding it a little bit too much for people to handle, especially in the lower ELOs. Let's see what we can do here. This is a nice sort of a gank here, but it's a counter gank also. Okay. I mean, Warwick missed his fear, so... Wow. It's easy as that, is it? Yeah, Warwick's fear just hit nobody. He looked kind of lost. He didn't know whether to protect the Karma or to just go onto the Ashe. I think if he just went onto the Ashe... I don't know. I don't think actually anything would have happened. I think I would have been as confused as the Warwick on knowing what to do then. Because it looked like it was potentially going to be a nice counter gank. Warwick arrived at the same time. But Hecarim just built different, I guess. Yeah, this laning phase state though is not great. We need to push in this wave, but honestly they can push it back from here. I don't want to have to use my bubble and these casting minions. Well, so far, not a bad start. Mainly because of the Hecarim play. Pick up that Fairy Charm that we have to. You know what? Okay, we're gonna go double Fairy Charm, okay? I used to do this a lot, actually. The main reason is because we will be using the Fairy Charm in our second item. Like, no matter what we buy, we will be using the Fairy Charm, okay? So, it gives us the extra mana regeneration, an additional 50%. We did lose 25% of the Spell Thieves. So it should, in theory, make more than up for it. The only problem is it does delay the Imperial Mandate potentially by 250 gold. Potentially, it depends, like, on how much gold we have left when we go back to base one of the recalls. So I think this could end up being like the workaround to kind of deal with this. Also, having the extra mana regeneration here isn't even that bad because... oh, that landed. Cleanse. Because of the amount of poke coming down and the amount of heals I'm going to have to be pumping through out here anyway. So not only does it help manage the nerfs to Spell Thieves, but also allows me to play into this lane. Like, maybe if it wasn't a double poke composition, maybe I wouldn't do double Fairy Charm. That would need more extensive testing, but you can see how low my mana already is. With 2 Fairy Charms, I'm still like 60% mana after just doing a few Ws. But I used to run the double fairy build a lot. I think I used to do it on Sona. Before like Archangels is now as strong as it actually is. I'm pretty sure I did double fairy charm start on Sona. Okay, bubble missing is a little bit oof. But yeah, without this extra fairy charm, I think we'd be on like 30% mana right now. We're getting to definitely spam more abilities than we would otherwise be able to. We've got 3 cookies as well to help make up the mana as well, so we'll start popping the cookies once we lose more mana. Like once we go down to like 15% mana, we'll start using cookies because you get more mana back. Actually, I might just pop a cookie now. Because you get more mana back when you're on lower health percentage-wise and lower mana percentage-wise. So it's better to save those cookies until the biscuits for when you're lower percentage-wise. That's like the most annoying thing. If it wasn't for the Spell Thieves being nerfed, I would have had wards by now. I'm 10 gold off Spell Thieves upgrade. I can't really wait in base either. It's gonna take too long. Waiting for 8 gold on Spell Thieves upgrade is 40 seconds in base. So yeah, we're not waiting in base for 40 seconds to get wards. Is Karma Mantra Q bigger now? No, it's the same size. It's always been gigantic. There was a funny tweet I read a couple of weeks ago where someone said, I think anyone that misses Mantra Q on Karma should be permabanned. I kind of agree. It's kind of a massive... it's one of the biggest and easiest skill shots to land. It's always really funny when you see an enemy Karma miss a Mantra Q. How strange how like I'm out leveling the Ashe. Like a decent chunk as well. Not sure how exactly that happened. Ashe's arrow. Yeah, I was a bit worried as soon as Ashe looked to go back on trade. I interrupted the Rise's recall at least too. Try and freeze the wave here a little bit. I mean, we get assist. And she used Ignite, I think, too. So yeah, it wasn't a bad trade. Karma getting a kill. For the fact that... who picked that kill up? Was it Ashe or Hecarim? I think it was Ashe that got that kill, right? Yeah, that trade is fine. Also, we got assist gold. So it's 100... So Ashe gets 300 gold. I get 75 gold. Hecarim gets 75 gold. Karma gets 300 gold. And she has to use an Ignite. Overall, yeah, it's fine. Also gave us Drake priority too. So, yeah. I mean, it's fine. Solid. Stonks, right? I sold my kidney for Ashe to get 3 kidneys. It's big stonks. Not sure about that analogy, but hey, just go with it. Karma's rotated to mid. I think I can harass this Caitlyn though. Yeah, a little bit of pokey, a little bit of poke damage. Ashe just arrowing. Caitlyn's cleanse is going to be back up actually. She used it when I bubbled her earlier. I've got Tara aggro. Ow. Could very easily have Warwick coming down here. He's going to be sprinting down here like Usain Bolt, man. I just need to get out of him. I can't. Okay, Warwick's top. It's fine. Ashe got a solo turret up plate. She's going to be recalling after that, so there's no point going bot side. So we might as well rotate mid, get a couple wards down, while we're waiting for Ashe to go back into the bot lane. Top lane is getting a little bit ravaged. That is a lot of resources being used and money that the enemy team are getting. Oh. Hecarim's just going straight for this Caitlyn. She knows she's gonna die. Should have let me get an assist. I was trying to get my E onto the Hecarim for an assist, but he didn't like wait. He just went for it. Kind of sad. Hey Char, good morning. And that reminds me, so if you just joined Twitch chat, this is a recording for YouTube. And Char being in the chat just reminded me that I was going to thank my YouTube members in this video. And thank you very much if you are a YouTube member. I noticed that someone became a YouTube member the other day, and at the end of this video I'll actually thank all my YouTube members. And I need to make more of a habit of that, of showcasing my appreciation to the people that are YouTube members. Thank you very much for supporting me on the YouTube as well. I will do my best to try and do a couple more YouTube streams. I know I said for February I was going to do a little bit more YouTube streaming. Unfortunately, a lot of real life stuff took up a lot of my time, and I didn't feel like I was able to spread myself thin in terms of being able to stream on more than one platform. But I will look to do a couple more YouTube streams, like at least a couple of YouTube streams every month, just to kind of show my appreciation. And so you guys get a live streaming experience as well, because I know a lot of people don't like moving over to Twitch or yeah, or whatever. So yes, I will look to do more of those kind of thingies. You can see the downside now. They're going double fairy charm start though. Look, literally, you know what I was worried about. If we had an extra 250 gold, we would have been able to afford the Imperial Mandate. What I could do is I could sell a fairy charm to maybe recoup some of that money and get back towards it, but we're not gonna. But it's a slight delay in Imperial Mandate to have more mana regeneration in lane. But then it's like we're gonna be using that fairy charm anyway, so it's not like the biggest deal in the world. But This is why this build isn't exactly perfect, because of that situation that can happen where you can be 250 gold short, so... I guess there's one way you could go around it, is by going like futures market potentially, but I don't like futures market. And you could still have the same situation where it's like, you have futures market, you have 300 gold, and you're still 250 gold short of an Imperial Mandate, so... yeah. Just clearing out the river again. There's a dragon in 15 seconds. I'm doing a little bit of face checking here. Would not recommend. Oh my god. As I was going to say, I do not recommend face checking brushes by yourself. There is big illegals, many illegals, big crimes, biggest crime. Speed up the hair crim here. I want to use my ulti because it's pretty. No other reason but because it's pretty. Very cool. Nice cheeky bubble there. That's a Gnar, isn't it? It's not even close to being Mega Gnar. Saved her life. Okay, I maybe should have done a better bubble there, expecting the Warwick ult. Yeah, there's not much else I can do there to help out. Okay, I mean, we got the dragon, we stole their blue buff, we got 2 for 2, we got teleport of Gnar. The teleport is probably was the biggest thing. I want to do Staff of Flame Water. I've gone from flaming this item to liking it more and more. I don't know why. I've just becoming a water fan. Remember to hydrate and not dihydrate. But yeah, I don't know. Staff of Flame Water, I've just been leaning into those stats a little bit more than anything else. I'm kind of going off redemption. I'm not a huge redemption fan, if I'm completely honest. I feel like the fights are generally ending so quickly that redemption doesn't always feel like it has that much of an impact. Whereas Staff of Flowing Water is something else you don't have to think about as well. It's nice not having to think about like 50 item actors with some of these builds. Not like support generally has to worry about that much, but... I mean, you're thinking of like my Vega support build where it's like Everfrost and Zhonya's. And, yeah. There's 2 extra items. And then you got wards as well, so you got, yeah, you know, lots of little extra buttons to press can always be a pain in the butt. We got good ward coverage here. Warwick scared away. They're going to be pushing in mid. But we do get the Herald and we can then pop it down mid, I think. I've just got enough money for a Rage Blade. I might as well recall with her then. Pair up the recallings. I can get a control ward and refresh my ward charges. There's a big fight happening topside. We at least win that 2 for 1. Mid turret's going to take a bit of a bashing here though with our recalls. It's a kind of minion there too. Ash should just arrow, I think. And she missed it. F. Am I Mr. Beast? I mean, read my name and then you'll get the answer. I want to get this turret down. I think we can apply pressure. Oh, I want to hit the turret. I mean, they haven't really got the best like engage. they kind of have to just run at us in order to engage. So I think we should be okay just going for this turret. Got Rise looking to maybe do a Rise ulti. We don't have people in position to defend this properly, and this turret's super low. This could end up being a bit risky now. Want to get a ward in the middle of this lane again. Rise is sniffing around. Dominoes. Don't know, Rise was sponsored by takeaway restaurants. Yeah, not a lot happening. I guess there's a Drake happening in 18 seconds. That's when we're going to see most of the action. Meganar just fell off, so like now is a good time to looking into doing the things. Double bubble, that's a cleanse off the Caitlyn, but we've used 2 ultis already just to kind of disperse this, but we didn't really get anything from that. Okay, Warwick is a bit greedy there going for that. That's an ulti, Darius goes. Very cool. Yeah, I think our ultis and them using cleanse was enough to disperse them, but Warwick wanted to fight for the Dragonstone, which I can kind of understand because we did use 2 ultis. I think the enemy team could have done some pressure around it, but I guess like if you look at the enemy's ults, right, they're actually kind of terrible. So like even though we didn't have like a couple of our ults, their ults are garbage. Like Meganar you can play around. You've got Rise ult, which you know doesn't really have the best team fight usage. It's more utility. Karma ulti isn't a thing, and then you got Caitlyn ulti, and that's just to like poke someone down or finish someone off. Like their ults are actually giga bad. Even Warwick ulti isn't that fantastic. Like none of the ults are game changing at all, I'd say. Apart from like the Meganar. If the Meganar can like set up his Meganar properly for an engage, but like his Meganar had already fell off, that's why I chose to engage. So yeah, it's been a while actually that I've kind of seen a team composition so useless with the ultimates. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting gameplay mechanic there, Caitlyn. But they've got, yeah, apart from like Meganar actually using his Meganar, their ults are generally pretty terrible, especially for team fights. It's pretty easy to play around this team. You just don't go in with Meganars ready, and then they got nothing. Alright, that's Staff of Flame Water. Ash Arrow missed topside. We're gonna lose this mid turret. It's only got a sliver of HP and I'm the only one here defending it. Caitlyn might go for it. She's eyeing up. Yeah. Don't do it, Caitlyn. Just try to tilt the Caitlyn a little bit more. Ash just got arrow coming up shortly. We did clip onto the Rise. Okay, calm down, Mr. Ponyman. We can't go that deep. Not like he cares. Okay, we just leave him to it. He's still alive. Can we go back and help him out? Mega Gnar soon. Don't know if he was going to jump in or not. Healed the Ashe that I think, you know, bounced an enemy and then healed up Darius, but... Okay. Enemy team are already kind of respawning, so we can't push in for Nexus End. Not unless they actually AFK, which I think Caitlyn is right now. Well, Nami's win rate is gigabad, but this game should help put up her win rate 0.0001% or something. I'm doing my duty on the Rift. I hope if you're a Nami player, you're doing your duty as well to increase the win rate of Nami. Or maybe we shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't win games on Nami so that she actually gets buffed. Maybe. That might be a good idea. But that was a good game overall. Only one death. Hecarim did a pretty insane early gank bot side. It was ended up being a 3v3, but the Hecarim was just built different. 17 KDA. But yeah, like if you are gonna play like Nami, I would highly recommend thinking about picking up a double fairy charm. At the cost of maybe delaying Imperial Mandate, but I think it's worth it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the Nami gameplay. If you are watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. Watch out for the next episode coming tomorrow. Yeah, if you're on Twitch, stick around. We'll do some more games.